Singapore is a small island smack right in the middle of Southeast Asia, and it is filled with treasures. What treasures, you ask? Well, let me show you! I am Biogirl MJ. Today, we'll find out what wildlife treasures are here in Pasir Ris Park. Let's start at the Kingfisher pond. Hopefully, we'll get to see a lot of birds. Are you guys ready? Let's go! As this is a garden, we will definitely see many garden species hanging out here. Do you guys hear that? That is the collared kingfisher, and they usually come in pairs. Oh look! There they are! These noisy little fellas love to call out for attention, and sometimes they can be found nesting in little tree holes. Collared kingfishers, or just kingfishers in general, have a specially shaped beak to help them cut through water to catch prey. Japan's high-speed rail was even modelled after their beaks to move faster. Did you hear that melodious tune? That is the sound of my favourite bird. Let's see if we can find it. Oh look! There it is! That is the Oriental magpie robin. It is one of my favourite birds because of how beautiful it can sing. It makes me feel very happy and refreshed in the morning. Of course, there are many other wildlife around the Kingfisher pond, but what I really want to show you today is the majestic mangroves of Pasir Ris Park. It is an Oriental whip snake. Can you see the long, slender green snake right here? They are usually active in the day and they can be found on the forest edges, which is why I am so excited to see them here. Let's not disturb wild animals and leave them alone. We are making our way into the mangroves of Pasir Ris Park. Look at all these beautiful mangrove trees! The mud in these areas is extremely soft, which is why the mangrove trees here develop these funny looking roots to stabilize themselves. Look at that amazing prop root. It looks like this. These roots create the perfect habitat for animals to live because they provide a platform for the animals to use. Sometimes you can find snakes like that mangrove pit viper resting on prop roots. When they hunt, they keep close to the ground before striking. Pit vipers have a special superpower called heat vision. They have two tiny holes on their faces called pit organs, which help them to see things that give off heat, like animals or people. It's like having special eyes that can see heat instead of light. This helps pit vipers find and catch food even when it's dark. Other than snakes, there's a whole lot of other animals here. Like the giant mudskipper over there. Mudskippers may look like amphibians, but they are actually special fish that can walk and breathe on land. If we walk this way, the mangroves open up into the Sungai Tampines River and we can see a bunch of different animals here. Wow! These fishes are the striped-nosed half-beaks. They are called half-beaks because their lower jaw is much longer than their upper jaw, and they use that to skim the water surface for food. The river here is actually connected to the sea, which is made of salt water. So sometimes the water here can be very salty, but sometimes it can be less salty as well, especially after it rains. Like right now, it just started raining. Because the amount of salt in the water can change easily, the animals and trees living here have to be really adaptable. Look under the bridge! Those are archerfish! They often attack their prey, such as insects, by aiming and shooting them off low-hanging vegetation using jets of water squirted out from their mouths. With so many fishes around, this will attract animals that prey on them. Other than birds like the grey herons and kingfishers, we can find Malayan water monitor lizards swimming up and down this river looking for a meal quite often. Ooh, it's a juvenile monitor lizard! Currently, it is basking under the sun because it is a cold-blooded reptile, so it needs to heat itself up. This is a teeny tiny one at around 1 meter long, But fully grown adult Malayan water monitor lizards can grow up to 3 meters long, and that's almost double my height. Then, when it gets dark, you'll have snakes like the dog-faced water snake and the banded fowl snake coming out to hunt. And if you are very lucky, you may come across the cheeky smooth-coated otters too. Alright, we are done exploring this part of the park. Let's head back into the mangroves and find more treasures. Look at those fresh mud there. You can see the difference in the colours. Those crabs chilling around the mounds are tree-climbing crabs. As its name suggests, these crabs climb on trees to escape from the predators below. You may think that these crabs are the ones that built the mounds, but no, they are just one of the many tenants of this muddy condominium. It is dug out by mud lobsters. Think of them like giant shrimps. They are very shy, so they can be quite hard to spot. Sometimes we can find animals on the boardwalk itself. This is the caterpillar of a moth. It has hairy projections that can inject toxins to your skin and cause irritation, so please do not touch them. But they are cute. There are also many spiders, geckos, insects, and even snakes that will use this boardwalk once in a while. But before you go, oh no, they are crossing over to our paths. Remember, this mangrove area is their home. We are the visitors here, and there's plenty of space to be shared on the boardwalk as well. I hear some scuttling noise. Oh, it's a squirrel. It's a cute squirrel trying to eat what looks like a sea almond seed. Moving upwards, the branches and canopies of trees house a whole other set of animals. Oh, those are ashy tailor birds. Tailor birds are named as such because they weave leaves, silk and fibers together to build their nests. These birds have skills that my grandma will be proud of. I wanna see a snake. Oh, hi! It's a woodpecker! That is a common flameback woodpecker, and the male ones have a striking red mohawk. The female has a black one instead, so it is pretty easy to differentiate them. Hey, look over there! It is another woodpecker called the laced woodpecker. Definitely less vibrant looking than the common flameback earlier, but still equally exciting to see in here. Look closely up there. Can you see a small lizard with a flappy throat? That is the Sumatran flying lizard, also known as a Draco, and they are a special group of lizards that can glide. Towards the back mangroves, we get to a whole different zone. We start seeing more insects and even frogs at night. That's because the seawater usually doesn't flood all the way in here unless it is at a super high tide. Hence, animals that cannot live in seawater, such as frogs and insects, live here. Because of this change in the tree species here, we also start seeing some different animals. A pink-necked green pigeon is eating the fruits on this palm tree. There's one more here. If you love insects, this part of the exploration is for you. Look, we just spotted a red river ant's nest. The red river ants build their nest by using the silk from their larvae to stick the edges of the leaves together. I got myself a juvenile assassin bug that fell onto my hand, and you can see it's trying to stab me with its proboscis. Okay, bye-bye. Can you see a paper wasp nest hanging below? Yes, there was paper wasp at the side also. I spy with my little eye a grasshopper. Look at that! With big muscular legs. Whoa! Is that a group of striped quebecks? These snakes were once only found in Indonesia, but now it can also be found in Singapore in mangroves such as this one. Bye-bye, snail. The mangrove is a beautiful area filled with wildlife. And not only that, the trees themselves protect our coastline, acting like a shield that safeguards our land from powerful waves and erosions caused by the sea. The more that I learn about this environment, the more I am amazed by it. Well kids, as our exciting journey comes to an end, let's take a moment to cherish the precious treasures we've discovered today. Our incredible wildlife. From the annoyingly cute kingfisher to the cool and silent mangrove pit viper, from the busy yet stylish woodpeckers to the not-so-deadly assassin bug, each of these treasures from Mother Nature herself plays a role in this world. Together, they create a colourful world that would otherwise be pretty boring. Remember to do our part and take care of nature so we can continue to enjoy all these treasures around us. That is all for today's episode of Wildlife Treasure Hunt. Join me next time for more!